I'm here today with, what's your name?
I'm Jim O'Connell.
Jim O'Connell, excellent. So what kind of car do we have here?
This is a replica of a 1965 AC Cobra, one of the original cars built by Carroll Shelby. If you're familiar with the movie Ford versus Ferrari, well, he was driving something very similar to this in that movie. This was originally a British sports car, and he put a Ford V8 engine in it and started winning races.
Wow, that's cool. So how did you acquire this car?
This is actually a kit. There's a company called Factory 5 Racing up in Massachusetts, and you buy the kit, and then you buy an engine, transmission, rear end, and other parts, and assemble the car. It all comes in boxes, and you assemble the car from scratch. It was a fun thing to do.
And how long did it take you?
It took me a year, just about a year, but it was out for 2 months being painted. I didn't paint it myself. And I didn't build the engine myself. The engine is a crate motor I purchased from a company in New Jersey. It's a 347 stroker. So it's a 302 Ford engine bored out to 347. It's got a little higher performance cam and things like that. Gives it some power.
Excellent. So how fast have you gone in this one?
Right now top speed was 130, but I still had more to go. But I was on Pennsylvania Turnpike, so it's probably not a good idea to be driving that fast on the Turnpike.
I gotcha. Excellent. So I'm curious to ask you, what did you do for a living? What was your career, and are you still in that career?
No, I'm retired.
Okay.
I was in healthcare finance, so my job was to consult with hospitals and help them get paid by Medicare and Medicaid. Make sure they were getting the full payments that they were entitled to.
Gotcha. So, how many years did you do that for?
I did that for 43 years.
43 years. So yep. I want to tap into what did you learn in those 43 years?
What did I learn in those 43 years? That's a good question. We got a fire going there. I guess I learned a lot about myself and what my capabilities are and what my limitations are, and strategies to overcome my limitations is probably the thing I learned the most.
Okay, so let's hear one strategy that you used to overcome your own limitations.
Well, I'm not a good public speaker, so I forced myself to do public speaking engagements to try and get better at it. And the more I did it, the more comfortable I got with doing it. But it was something I had to force myself to do.
Great. Well, you're doing a good job now, so...
I'm retired. Oh, thanks.
It must have worked.
Yep. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Well, that's really good advice. I think that's something everyone needs to learn, is to work on their weaknesses, I guess.
Work on your weaknesses.
Okay.
Yep. Take advantage of your strengths and work on your weaknesses.
Okay.
Yep.
So, another question. If you could give your 20 or 30-year-old self advice, what would you say?
Be smarter with my money. Because when I was young, I spent money like crazy, and in the long run, I wish I had been more frugal and saved some portion of that, because as you start to realize that you're getting older and you're going to need that in the end, it's better to start when you're young and not wait until you're in your late 30s before you catch on to the idea that you need to save some money.
So, do you have a tip on how you got better at saving money as you got older?
Yeah, just an awareness of the fact that I was going to need it in the future, but saving, I just forced myself to pay off all my debts and then start taking that same money and putting it away every month. And over time, it builds up pretty quickly.
Did you ever decide on a certain percentage to save each month?
Not a certain percentage. I did what I could afford.
Yeah.
I never set a percentage. So if some years were better than others, I put more away. So as long as I got something put away, I was happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so one last question.
Okay.
Do you have any plans for the future that you're excited about, or anything that you want to work on for yourself in the future?
Plans for the future, I guess, is just enjoying my retirement with my wife and doing things and going places together, and be able to relax, and her and I have some fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.